Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Christian.
And I'm Carissa, and this is A Lot in Common. Yes, welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining us. We switched our days from Wednesdays to Sundays, and I love Sundays. So this is so fun, and I'm so excited to be here with you today, sister.
I'm so happy to be with you today, sister.
Actually, I feel like I'm on a real podcast.
You know what's crazy?
What?
You are.
Oh, thank you. Today's gonna be a great day, and
Yes.
I feel so hopeful. I don't understand how there's so much crazy going on in this world, some crazy, scary stuff. And I still feel so hopeful because God wins.
He wins every time, every day. Little wins, big wins. He always wins.
Yep, he's present. And what are we gonna be diving in today?
Well, we're going to be diving into some depressing things.
Oh, let me take a sip of my coffee for this one.
Me too. From my nice little A Lot in Common cup.
I love it.
Ooh.
Yep. And my coffee cup, because I was sick and tired of people asking me what I'm drinking all the time. Like, what's in your cup? What's in your cup? Like,
Are you
constantly.
drinking alcohol?
Just
Is that
kidding.
alcohol in your
Nobody
cup?
asks me that ever, but at least you know. You know what I'd like to go into first is the mask guy on Fox News when he was talking about the war.
That was crazy.
We should pull that up because I have some thoughts about it.
Let's pull that up because it's a little crazy. It's insane. That's been another one of these conspiracy theories. You know, there was always people saying people on the news are wearing masks, they're fake, they're lizard people. There's always something with the people on the news, right? It was always like the weirdest thing. And now this dude's straight up totally wearing a mask.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, is that guy okay? Like the original guy? Like what happened to him? Why did they put a dude in a mask in his place? Like what's going on here?
Well, you know what I find really wild about it is that there's got to be at least, so say behind that camera that he is in front of, there's got to be at least like 4 or 5 people at least behind him.
Yeah.
Like they could clearly see that. So I think this is just another chaos move. They want to make people go crazy. They want to draw our attention in different directions because our attention matters.
Yeah. They're trying to demoralize us and put it in our face so we can see that, you know, they're going to do whatever they want.
They don't care.
They're
They're
don't
like, look
care.
we're going to put a guy with a mask on the news and you're going to forget what he was even talking about. All you're going to think about is that he was wearing a mask. And it's like, why was he doing that?
Oh, that's a good point. What was he even talking about?
Yeah, right.
You know? Is it something super important? Let's pull it up.
It was the war in Iran.
Okay, let's see. Let's see, you guys. Let's see what he was talking about first and foremost. And then let's see the mask because that shit's crazy.
It is. Blair White posted this. It says, "Holy shit, why is this man on Fox News wearing a literal CIA mask?"
All right, here's a picture. Right?
Yes.
And the president knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense, he controls the narrative and when he would strike. I'd also say that patience and the request from Saudi, Qatar, UAE.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's look him up.
Okay.
Adam.
You think that your take on this is that he was maybe killed and that's a fake him.
I don't know.
But you know what kind of gets me is that that's the easiest mask you could ever pull off because it's bald head, no eyebrows. Like that's a very easy mask.
It still looks really good.
It does.
Look at that.
It does.
But let's look at the actual guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. His skin looks fantastic here, right? For like perfect skin, honestly. Let's look at him talking and stuff. I mean, honestly, no wrinkles on his forehead, right?
Yeah.
Talking so weird though.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at him there, and then let's look at him here. All right, so let's look at a couple pictures of him. All right.
All right.
Here's another one.
That doesn't look like him.
No.
What?
Nah, that's like a different.
That's a different dude.
It's like a totally different dude.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, that guy is a goner.
Yeah, what happened? I wonder. Because even like this side by side, look, that's like his. Where's his teeth?
Yeah,
he's got.
I mean,
here, let's actually one more time. Let's see if we can see his teeth moving around.
There.
A little bit.
Okay.
That's totally a mask, though.
It is a mask. The CIA does this. We've all seen it. We've all seen, people doing transformations with CIA masks. I hope we've all seen it because it's crazy. If you haven't seen it, go check that out.
Right.
But this is definitely a CIA mask. But they had to have seen this. Who let this slip by? Who was like,
right,
all right, we're ready to air. Go. And then they're just sitting there watching him talk and not saying like, because that would be cut the video type of
Yeah, they'd be
stuff.
like, oh, we lost.
They'd be like, oh, we lost reception. They would literally cut it right away. They wouldn't carry it on. I think that this was all set up. I think that they want this to be another confusion, chaos situation,
I agree 100%.
He was wearing a mask. Or somebody was wearing him.
I just wonder why. It says right here on 2022, so he works in AI. Patriot One Technologies.
Sister, wonder no more. I already told you. It's because they're trying to cause some chaos here.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Yes. They are trying to cause chaos. I'm just looking out for the guy's best interest. Is he okay? You know what I mean? Where is he? But I guess we'll never know.
He probably could take care of himself because he has a lot of medals and
maybe he just wasn't vibing with the way he was looking that day. And he's like, put the mask on, guys.
He's like, you got a mask. My skin's looking a little.
I just got lip injections and my lips are super swollen. Or who knows?
Or
You can see the inject sites.
Maybe he got beat up.
Yeah, maybe his wife gave him a black eye or something.
And he needed to cover it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Never know.
You never know.
But that will lead us into this very interesting article that has come to light. So again, going with the whole on the news, there's always been all these conspiracies with the news about lizard people, like their faces morphing whenever it's really shouldn't be doing these things, right?
Yeah.
So right here, we've got the human body is made of liquid crystal. CIA declassifies documents explaining how the human body is actually made of liquid crystal with the ability to do amazing things, including creating biofields or superconductivity. This has massive implications. This also adds to the mystery. Right? So it says, could liquid crystals technology be used to mimic human form? Are we sometimes seeing this mask or technology slip? So it's just an interesting thing. I guess it's declassified from the CIA about the magic crystal, right?
Yeah.
Right here is the liquid crystal. This is what it looks like.
Okay.
And then these are a whole bunch of famous people in videos, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I want to ask you 5 here we go. We asked every
So that's Robert Pattinson
Yeah.
there.
guess what? You're in the running game.
Organization that works in over 150 countries, and my job was to meet with teenagers who were living in exclusion, who were living in extreme poverty, or living
Interesting,
in
right?
Very interesting, man.
So, I mean, I obviously learned
What
so
in the
much
world?
from those kids. I learned
Yeah.
It looks like the liquid crystal that's up there.
Why would the TV do that?
The TV doesn't do that.
Right. It doesn't.
It doesn't. And like, here we
And
go
it's
again. And they all look the
Always
same.
same.
They're all the same.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird, but we know, there's some lizards out there.
Yeah, it goes on to say that these aren't humans; these are like lizard people
Yeah.
that are pretending to be human, and it's slipping. Look at that! Come on, they all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Get out of here!
Yeah, seriously. Just get on out of here, you lizard people. Why don't you squirrely away?
Look at that! Ugh.
Squirrely away.
And then they got this sign right here that's like literally the umbrella sign from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Come on, and it's just more getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
There's-
This will just go on and on.
Look at that! That's crazy looking.
This is basically saying that there are more of them than we think.
Look at her eye.
Right?
It's so scary.
I wonder how many live amongst us.
There's got to be so many.
How many do you think? Like, how many do you think live in our neighborhood? Like an average neighborhood. There's got to be like a couple lizard people living in our neighborhood.
Well, I would say it's probably more like people who are wealthy.
Yeah.
And so they live in the nicer neighborhoods probably, but I would say
You just telling everybody that we live in the ghetto?
Yeah, guys, we live in the ghetto.
Middle
so.
class area.
No,
Thank you
like
very
super
much.
rich, like people who are on TV. I'm a firm believer that everybody on the news and in the news stations,
Yeah.
celebrities, anybody's like that has any authority over the public in any type of way,
Yeah.
is CIA. So in that case, I would say everybody in the CIA is freaking lizard people or whatever
Man,
this
I don't
is.
know. I mean, we got to bring it all back biblically. So what does this really mean? Do you know what I mean? What does this really mean? Are these demons within people and this is just one of the ways that the demons express themselves within human form is by shape-shifting? You know, like what does it mean? Demons manifesting themselves in human form, maybe?
I mean, honestly, in the Bible, it does say in Psalms 8 that we have dominion over whatsoever swims in the sea, right? So they could definitely be lizard creatures or lizard beings that are on our earth as well, because it says the fish of the sea and whatsoever the creatures of the sea.
Yeah.
So why would why would there be that distinction? You know what I mean?
It means two separate things.
Yeah.
Why, we call them lizard people just because of what the way that, they were shown to look.
Right.
But what if they are not lizard, they're fish-like people.
Right.
And they're actually from the sea. They're not from the desert.
Yeah.
They're from the sea.
Yeah, and
The depths of the sea.
Yeah, they're creatures of some sort, and I think that they're real, and I think that they are in the CIA and they're in our governments, and there's a lot of evidence pointing towards that these days. It's not just a conspiracy anymore. There's a lot of conspiracies coming true, and it's just so happens that this guy's wearing a mask. He's probably a lizard under there. That's just what it is. Another really interesting thing about the whole sea thing, about how there's creatures in the sea. Just saying.
What?
Lobsters, crabs, jellyfish, all these creatures are so otherworldly looking things. They're so creepy looking.
If you take a step back.
If you take a step back and you actually think about it, right? They're creepy. They're just totally different than anything else. Yes. Some live forever.
Yeah.
They don't die unless a predator gets them. Also, what's up with the mercury levels in the ocean?
Yeah.
Where's all that mercury coming from?
Right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Nothing is left out of question because of all the things that are being exposed. It's a lot.
Yep.
So let us play in our imagination sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here.
Also, the Bible tells us very clearly, though, that we have dominion over them. So whether they're demons, they're lizard people, they're creatures, whatever they are, octopi, whatever they are, we have dominion over them.
Right. And let's fear not. Okay. Let's fear not because the Lord is with us.
I don't fear you. I fear nobody but God.
Yeah, that's true.
Amen.
Amen to that. Since we're on the topic of otherworldly things, we can pull up all of the files that the government has been releasing, all these wonderful images they've been showing us.
Some creepy stuff.
Yeah. So what is this?
This is crazy.
Okay. Is this from the files they're releasing?
Yes.
Okay. So this is from World News X. It says black ball object reported landing near Area 51, then ascends as security response. This is not real. What? What is going on here? What did you...
All right. Let's see what Grok has to say. Grocket, is this real? No.
No, wait. Why did you have me watch it?
Well, hold on. Oh, what? And then it says, from context of your podcast, you share a ton of Erica Kirk. This image is mostly... Wait, it's judging us? Hold on. It's judging our podcast?
Me? Wow.
This image is almost certainly a screenshot. What are you talking about here, Grok? What's going on here? You see that?
Yeah, what did you looked it up before and it obviously told you that it was real, right?
Well, no, but it's literally saying no because we share a ton of Erica Kirk related clips and interviews and rabbit holes. So how does How does that make any sense? And then it says a lot of her content around her right now mixes real footage with heavy skepticism. What's going on? I think Grok's freaking out here. We're not going to ask
Grok.
him again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Are you busy or something? Actually, yeah, the other day I was on Grok. I was asking it a question. What was I asking it? Because I never got the answer. But it said Grok is really busy right now and to try again later or upgrade your plan. I don't know what that meant then. But yeah, I guess it's just getting overloaded. That's why they need those data centers.
It does make sense. He's very busy, you know, and they do
Rocking
need their
it
data
out.
centers. You're right. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. Be like, if you want to use Grok, you got to let us build these data centers.
But anyway, I love that video that you just showed me.
I think they're trying to push that out as real. That's the whole thing. They're
Is
trying to make you
real?
think it's real. Is real. And of course, with all of that, it's very interesting that this comes out. The CIA accused of using Ancestry and 23andMe to search for alleged hybrids, per the Daily Mail. This is from the leading report. So, I mean, the CIA is supposedly looking for hybrids, but it's like, wait, they're all in the CIA. What are you doing? They're all lizard people. You guys are you are the problem.
Yeah, you're looking for yourself. There's better ways to do it.
Look no further. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
That is interesting, and it's kind of like good timing. Like, of course you are. Oh, you're gonna release. They're releasing the files to us. It's not like they are just learning about the files.
Right.
They've known about the files.
That's
so
such
why
a
are
good
they
point.
just now gonna look for hybrids when they've known about it for a long time?
It's almost like they created Ancestry and 23andMe to look for hybrid blood. Who knows, you know?
Who knows? They're not looking for mine because mine is really boring. I was actually pretty excited when I was like, what am I? What am I? And I find out and I'm like, that's kind of what I thought I might be. You know? It's nothing surprising.
Yes. Well, we just had to make sure, you know?
Yeah, I was like, make sure I'm good. Yeah.
Make sure you're not an
Yeah.
Or like you're like this guy, Ori Solomon. Everybody's heard about the whole thing that happened in Vegas with everybody at first thought he was a Chinese nationalist, but it turns out he's actually an Israeli citizen. They found one of his homes in Las Vegas and it was full of
contained HIV, malaria.
Yes, it was a whole bio lab. Okay. He had all this stuff in rats and and he lived right next to a water plant in Vegas. Okay. It was just insane. This one guy, he was doing investigative journalism. He walks up to the house and he's like, look, they didn't even talk about it on the news. He's like, look, there's literally the Las Vegas water plant that right across the street from where he lives. So what's really interesting about this guy is under the Trump administration, all of the federal charges were dismissed and he was sent back to Israel.
Of course.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is insane. They do keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
They just don't even care. You know what I mean?
They don't care.
They just don't even care.
They don't care.
And they catch a lot of people in Vegas, actually, that have ties to Israel. A lot of child predators out in Vegas, and they are always sent back to Israel.
Yeah.
They just send them back.
Recently with that guy.
Yes, right after this happened. Yeah. It's crazy. They just don't even care. They put it in your face, and that's why everybody is so sick of it.
Yeah.
We're all done with it.
We're done.
It's like, stop with the nonsense.
Or continue on with it because we're kind of like not caring anymore. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and continue your little show that you guys are used to doing. And we're going to just watch you do it and be like, what the is going on here? You know?
And call you out.
Yeah. Just call you out. But just, let's let them drain their energy on this show. That's probably the best bet.
And their money.
Yeah. Drain the money, drain the energy, drain everything. Let them wear themselves out because when you have the power of the Lord, you don't get worn out.
Right.
It's everlasting eternity.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean? So we're here, we're in it for the long haul. We're not in it for just this glimpse of a life, you know?
Yeah.
We're good. They're the ones that they're going to get worn out.
They're in it for the long haul as well. For an eternity in hell.
Yeah.
Is where these guys are going. These evil Satanists.
The missing scientist, actually, wasn't she found murdered? Yes, she was found.
Well,
Okay. She was found So it's Amy Eskridge. She died on June 11, 2022 in Huntsville, Alabama, and an autopsy was performed on her body, and it was ruled by a gunshot wound. But now there's some new information coming out about Amy Eskridge, and they're saying the anti-gravity researcher Amy Eskridge did not die in 2022. Next week, I will publicly release details that Amy faked her death and is now in contact with a reliable source I have known for several years who has shared stunning info about her current anti-gravity research at a secret research facility. I will share more details in my webinar today. And this is Michael Sala is making these claims, and he is a doctor and an author of Secret Space Programs book. Yeah, he's a former professor in political science. So he might have some credentials here, might be believable.
That is very interesting that he would be putting himself on the line. That was just yesterday, so that was May 30th. So let's check back in a week and see if he came out with some more information. That is pretty interesting.
It kind of goes into what she was originally talking about.
Right.
How there are people from the past and people from the future.
Right.
I forgot what she was calling them, but yeah, what if
P-52s and P-47s or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so what if she kind of got entangled in that kind of stuff, time travel? Who knows?
Not
Who knows?
I. But
definitely not me.
Another one of these things that are just so out there, but also so possible in this realm of reality that we're living in. You know what I mean? It's like it could totally be true.
It could.
You know?
Yeah.
It could.
Like our government is performing satanic rituals and worshiping the devil.
Yeah.
So anything is possible.
Right.
I never thought that would be the reality when I was a kid growing up.
I mean, we would think like interesting things. We would think stuff like certain
that's
things.
What I was like, actually.
Like we're like, it's a possibility. And now we're finding out though, we're being validated as adults that all of this stuff is real. They really are children and them to ball. You know what I mean? They're literally doing these things.
And they showed us.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
They're like,
it's like the crickets, this crazy stuff here.
So aggravating.
It's
so aggravating that these billionaires that run the companies that we all use every day, they've amassed so much power because they have so much, everybody needs them, right?
We're codependent.
Like Google, everybody has to use it, right?
Yeah.
Apple, we all have phones. Like it's just crazy that they've amassed so much power. So now they get to do whatever they want to us. And it's just so frustrating. First, you got Bill Gates releasing millions of mosquitoes that are to help people. And then he did the ticks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. First, he did mosquitoes. He's been doing the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And then he did the ticks. And now we got Google has applied for EPA permission to release 32 million mosquitoes in California and Florida. Why? Let's take a look.
Yeah.
This is Anomaly. He's fantastic. You got to go give him a follow.
Apparently, Google has applied to release 32 million mosquitoes into California and Florida via its debug project. Google, or Alphabet, is seeking EPA approval to release up to 32 million specifically treated male mosquitoes over the next 2 years. According to their site debug.com, these male mosquitoes are infected with a naturally occurring bacteria called Wolbachia. The bacteria creates cytoplasmic incompatibility. When these males mate with wild females, the eggs don't hatch, making them more sterile. This is a new experimental strategy. Years ago, a Bill Gates-backed company called Oxitec released genetically modified mosquitoes into Florida, and it seems like Google isn't interested in that genetically modified strategy. They're more into the bacteria infected strategy. Here's a clip of the video they posted on their website.
We need a better way to stop the bad bugs. Luckily, there are good bugs. They're the same kind of mosquito, but good bugs can't bite. Good bugs can't breed. And most importantly, good bugs can stop bad bugs. How? Well, nature, with a little bit of science mixed in. You raise mosquitoes that have a naturally occurring bacteria that makes it so they can't breed with bad bugs. Then you separate the males, because male mosquitoes can't bite. Then, when you release those males into the wild, they find bad bugs to mate with. But their eggs won't hatch, because of the bacteria in the good bug. So the next generation gets smaller. and smaller and smaller until all the bugs are practically gone.
Do you trust Google and Bill Gates backed companies to help fight mosquito-borne illness? Do we even get a say? Is this a foolproof strategy? Let me know what you guys think. God bless you. Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah. They're playing God per usual.
Oh my
You know,
gosh,
they're
yeah.
just playing God. They're doing
Ugh.
what they want. I mean, honestly, at this point, though, it's getting really frustrating. It's like, first of all, certain states never had mosquitoes,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
The state that we live in never had mosquitoes,
Yeah.
right? Now there's mosquitoes every summer. So it's like you're actually making the problem worse, and you're doing it on purpose because you're trying to like vaccinate people with whatever these mosquitoes have in them. So it's like just stop, dude. Take a page out of Erica Kirk's book and just stop.
Mhm.
Okay?
For real.
Just stop.
Just stop. And you know, these mosquitoes, they have a bacteria in them that causes them to not mate.
Right.
So it's a bacteria in them. So this is going to be some kind of zombie apocalypse if they do carry on with this.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
It's-
all I'm seeing. I'm like, okay, great. This is the zombies that
Yeah.
all the movies have been showing us. This is how it's going to start.
I mean, honestly, everybody hates mosquitoes, obviously, right?
Yeah.
It's like, duh, we all want them out of here, but they're part of this earth as well. So it's something that you kind of just have to deal with,
Yeah.
right? If you live in those
Let them
areas.
be.
And also, you're making it worse by always bringing more, like Bill Gates releasing millions. That was supposed to help the problem, by the way, and it didn't,
Yeah.
right? Years and years ago, it didn't help anything.
Yeah.
It made it worse, right? Now, if you're saying that you want to get rid of the bugs, also, that's going to cause some serious unforeseen circumstance in the
Yeah.
future. It is. You're totally right. It's going to be like an apocalypse. Who knows what it's going to
Who
be?
knows?
But getting rid of any one insect is not a good
It's
idea.
not your job. Like,
It's-
why don't
no.
you chill? Stop trying to get rid of animals and creatures and stop trying to
Yes.
create creatures and animals. Like,
Yeah.
just chill.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need to recreate humans. We don't
Right.
need to breed body parts and minds and all these
Yeah.
crazy ass things.
Yeah.
Like, people need to, they just need to seriously take it back. Like, your life would be so much more enjoyable if you're not spending all of your life researching on how you could create a mosquito.
Right.
Like, for real, like the uselessness of that person and just like the evil, like
Yeah.
purely evil. That's all I can say.
Purely evil, and you're trying to play God. And also, nobody's asking you to do this.
Yeah.
Actually, we're telling you not to do it.
Yeah.
And you just keep doing it.
Yes.
So honestly,
And failing,
you.
like not
okay?
even like your goal is what? You did an accomplishment. Who gave him another chance?
Right.
Who keeps giving this guy another chance?
Bill Gates?
Yeah,
Right.
somebody.
Especially after, like, he was just on the news right after the files were released.
Yeah.
He was just on the news, like, talking about how we've got to do some other in some other area, like
Yeah.
something. Oh no, it was about farmland or something like that, right? And it's like, whoa, why are you on the news? Who's giving you airtime? You just got found out by everybody who's paying attention.
He's the
and
ultimate.
You have the balls to go on TV and tell people that they need to get
course
more
he does.
shots.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
literally so demon possessed. It's
Oh, yeah.
insane.
He's
it's
the
insane.
lizard number one.
Dude, he
he's lizard
totally
number
is.
one.
He looks like one too.
Yeah, he looks like a lizard, acts like a lizard, talks
Can't
like
deny
a
it.
lizard.
If it moves like a lizard, it's a lizard, guys.
Mhm.
Okay. Speaking of controlling everything, controlling the weather, there's so many different conspiracies behind what the chemtrails are,
Yeah.
right? They're like, are they poisoning us intentionally? Are they controlling the weather? Are they trying to create huge hurricanes and like just specific area zones to target so they can get rid of all the people that live there so they can build these other things like data centers? Like, what's the reason why? Honestly, at the end of the day, I think it's a little bit of all of it.
So this is from Polymarket. It says RFK Jr. claims a secret military agency is spraying dangerous chemtrails across American skies.
What? No way. Like, because you couldn't look up in the sky and see that.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
I
I was just
thought-
like, oh, these airplanes just have a bunch of contrails. Like, these
Yeah.
contrails just don't go away.
Yeah, all day, every single day.
Yeah.
So, and then I get headaches, and I'm just like, oh, that's weird.
Ow.
That water vapor's really hurting my head. So weird. Everybody has really bad allergies now. Oh, this is so
what
weird.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are totally evil. I think that this secret military agency is interesting because it's like, how is there a secret military agency that the government doesn't know about?
That's true.
You know?
All right.
It's them, right?
Yeah. A secret military agency is spraying dangerous chemtrails across American skies. Is he going to let us know who the secret military agency is? This is
Right.
the age of disclosure. Who is it?
Right? And
Who is
RFK really has been dropping the ball. I mean, honestly, this whole glyphosate thing,
Yeah.
how they were they passed to where the companies that make glyphosate can't get in trouble or can't get sued for all the damage that they create to people and the land. And also they made it so you have to use it. So they made it like it's mandatory to use it on all of our farmlands and all of our agriculture. And then they made it so, and you're all going to get cancer, but you're not going to be able to sue the companies.
That's when we got to say, let no weapon formed against us prosper.
Absolutely. Also, it's very interesting about RFK Jr. was the one that was fighting all these companies. He was a lawyer that was fighting, what are they called?
Monsanto?
Monsanto.
Yeah.
He was the one suing these companies for the people that were getting cancer.
Mhm.
And now he's the one that has to write it into a bill saying that, and say he actually did a press conference on it saying that they can't be sued. Like, how could you stand there as a man? What dirt do they have on him? There's got to be some
gosh.
crazy stuff that they have on him.
course.
To sit there and just totally turn your back on
Something.
everything that you fought for your entire life.
Ew.
That's like
I don't
what
even
you
want to
did.
think about what it is that they have on him.
Right.
It's something enough to where he is giving up his whole life for it.
It's gross.
What kind of bad stuff is that? That you're giving up everything.
Well, I would say it's everything that they're doing in the files. It's all the
Yeah.
same stuff.
I
They're
have-
all part of it.
I have a suspicion.
Yeah. A sneaking suspicion of what you could possibly be into. All right, let's move on to, I guess you want to go to data centers or?
I'm kind of over the data centers.
Well,
I'm over it because it's it's another frustrating thing, right?
well, everything we're
And-
talking about is going to be kind of
Okay, we can go into the data centers.
We
You're
don't
gonna
have to.
get pissed off. But
Are you
whatever.
getting pissed?
No. We
All
can
right.
go into the data centers.
This is just interesting because they're trying to, the FBI comes to this guy's house because he was trying to rally up a group in his city
yeah,
about getting the data centers not to be built
protesting
there.
against them.
Yes. And then they come to his house and he's like, what do you do? Like, it's crazy. So let's just take a look.
Okay.
Just trying to push in. Punks right here came by because I'm trying to organize a community protest against a representative who's trying to push in a data center owned by a out-of-state company, trying to suck up all our energy. I made a post. I made an event on Facebook trying to organize the community to get together. And what's your badge number? Name and badge number?
I'm Detective Henson.
And name and badge number?
Sure. SHRP and it's 160.
Okay. Yeah.
So
No, I have a First Amendment right to protest. And if I organize a protest on a public road, there's nothing wrong with that. I sent an email to that representative and I can show you the email. I never made a threat. I told no, this is my house and I'm going to talk. You guys are on my property trying to intimidate me because I'm organizing a protest against a data center. Then why are you here?
Well, that's if you let me. Okay, so first off, do you want to talk about this?
Talk about what? There's nothing to talk about. I'm organizing a protest and I'm allowed to do that. It's a First Amendment protected activity.
110%.
Yeah.
The issue is some of the communication, the Facebook posts. I would disagree that there's.
I haven't made a single threat. Tell me what threat I made.
Okay, well, you know what you posted.
No, give me quote me. Quote a threat because I didn't make one. I'm organizing a protest on a public street demanding a representative.
What about the safety of his children?
Huh?
What about the safety of his children?
Someone else made a comment about the safety of his children.
Did you?
No.
You didn't?
No, what I said if he valued his children's safety, he probably wouldn't be trying to ruin the world that they're being brought up on. And that isn't a threat. That's the fact that I'm watching this man ruin the world around here. And yes, I'm allowed to say that if someone cares about their kids, they shouldn't destroy the community that their kids are being raised in. That's not a threat.
The problem is you didn't say that in the post.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Pull it up. Pull it up and read
I
it.
looked at it.
Pull it up and read it.
I've been dealing with this all afternoon.
Look at this FBI agent or whatever he is. This law enforcement agent.
Undercover.
Yes, he's sitting here and he's trying to catch him up and like go against his rights.
Yeah.
Because it's not illegal to sit there and say that you're destroying your child's future by making a data center here.
Literally
right?
North Korea, Illinois.
Yes.
That's where that
And he's
that
sitting
is.
here, he's like working for them. It's like, you're going to have to live there too.
We got to stand together a little better than this. Law enforcement, everybody. Like,
It's
we got to
crazy.
protect our world. Come on.
Yeah, you're here too.
Yeah.
You're living there too.
Yeah,
what
that's
are you
your
doing?
city too, bro.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm not taking this case.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's all they got to do is keep not taking those cases.
Yeah.
Unless they're all paid off and they're all part of the Illuminati. They're all part of, they're all part of the Freemasons. You got Freemasons all over the fire department, all over the police force, and they just have to do what their brotherhood tells them to do, and they will do it. And so it's just totally messed up. But let's move on a little. We can talk about some more easygoing stuff.
What, like how Victor Marx is a crazy psychopath and got called out so good by that
interview.
reporter?
Yes.
That reporter's the bomb, dude. I wish we could edit in that reporter's face with the gangster glasses because he deserves those little gangster glasses.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yes. This is Victor Marx being interviewed. This was posted by Never Surrender National. It says, y'all, this is absolutely nuts. I could care less who is interviewing him. His demeanor, arrogance, body language, let alone his response to the clip should concern everyone. Yet some of you still drink the Kool-Aid. It's not important to let the people of Colorado know how many people you've killed. Make it stop. He needs to drop out, period.
Straight up.
Yes.
Is there a part of your life story that can't be scrutinized, or is it all fair game for people to look at?
It's all fair game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your claim that your abusive stepfather forced you to kill a man when you were 7 years old, is that the only person you've ever killed?
Whoa. And he
He's
smiles?
smiling?
I would say
Is that one that he remembered he liked?
as a child, yes. I mean, without question. But I've been in other situations where, possibly people or persons died as a result of me defending myself in other countries.
Other countries too. I love that part. Other countries?
Yeah, like,
What-
oh, they weren't American. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like, because he's a big believer in,
Yeah.
like he went over there right after October 7 or whatever
Yeah.
it is. He went over there and he advocated for, and so he says so he's killing people on behalf of other countries. It's got to be, in my opinion, real, right?
Well, he's killing people in general.
Yeah.
So he should not be having any kind of position of authority or power with that psychotic past. Like
Right.
being a child, I mean, and killing, like that's got to cause some serious psychological
Yes.
damage that I would imagine to be permanent. People
Yes.
heal, people get better, but the damage I think is probably still lingering in this man.
I mean, clearly is still lingering. Look
Yeah.
at him.
There's no count on that, and there's no photos but that was something as a kid without a doubt. Yeah.
Do you think that you've killed people as an adult?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why?
Like, killing somebody is a pretty weighty thing.
If someone's trying to kill you or you're in combat?
It's still a weighty thing to take somebody else's life. I mean, it could be self-defense, it could be justified, but it's still a weighty thing. So I'm just asking you, how many people have you killed?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't be telling a reporter sitting here in my training center.
How about voters? Would you tell voters?
There's no need. I don't think that's important. It's actually kind of,
Dude.
it's an odd question to me.
It's funny you describe it as an odd question because you actually talk about the idea of killing people with some frequency and why it's a necessary thing to do, killing people. You said on NRA TV in 2017, now a lot of them just got to be killed. I've had them shoot at me and I had to shoot back. There's a time and place to eliminate the enemy, and you have to. You said on Jeff Lerner's podcast in 2025, some people have to get killed. Some people have to die. but it's an odd question to ask you how many people you've killed.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I watched that whole interview.
Yeah.
And it was like that the whole time. You're
know.
like, what? What?
It was tough.
Yeah, it was a tough one. And that guy, good luck.
I know.
Good luck. You know who I was thinking about while I was watching it? I'm like, dude, his wife, like, keep a lookout for her because now he's losing. Like a narcissist losing is a terrifying person.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm serious. I'm like, his family and his wife, like, being home with him after like having such a terrible interview is probably scary.
He's super creepy. Last thing on Victor Marks was that Mr. Marks made a big spectacle on Candace Owens' show the other day, accusing her of misrepresenting his military service by stating that he had served 2 years, or that she had said that he only served 2 years rather than 3. He went so far as to request an apology. However, his DD-214 form, where Victor told Candace to look, indicates his length of service is in a specialty position was 2 years and 4 months. So he was freaking out on her about it being 3 years, which is wild, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, right.
And then it turns out he did only serve 2 years and 4 months. So here's a photo of the supposed document. I mean,
2 years, 4 months.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's not as interesting because he is such a con artist, liar, that he's going to hone in on little things that Candace messed up. He's like, oh, that's not 100% right. You know,
Right.
so was trying to deter the questions.
What was interesting with that interview, with that guy that he did, every single time the interviewer would ask him about numbers, specifically like 30,000, 40,000 girls were saved, and he's like, I never said that. And then he's like, well, you said it right here. And he's like, no, that doesn't sound like me. Like, he kept doing that about everything this guy would pull up on him. He's like, no, I didn't. It's like, no, you did.
Yeah.
You did. So he's a pathological liar.
Yeah,
He's
but
very scary.
It's cool though that was that interview, like even like the lowly of the lows kind of will get that. They'll be like, he doesn't seem like a good guy.
Yeah.
I would think.
I think people
I
will
thought it was
still,
telling.
if it's going to be Republican versus Democrat, there's still going to be so many people out there that just vote Republican.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So who knows? That could be your new leader in charge over in Colorado. So you guys better keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah.
Sister, apparently, allegedly, people are saying that Erica Kirk has a new boyfriend and that she's been spotted with him quite a few times. This is from American Discourse News. Great page to follow. She does great research. It says right here, Erica just fired back at Project Constitution for claiming she has a boyfriend. The internet ate her up alive about it. Is the reason because there are too many other inconsistencies with her story? So a little backstory here. Project Constitution did post an entire video. We're not going to play that. Of apparently allegedly there was this bartender or this girl that worked at a hotel in the Beverly Hills, and she claims that she saw Erica Kirk there at the bar. She was super drunk at the bar, and she had this guy there, and they were like, he was grabbing her butt, and they were doing all this stuff, right?
Who, Erica Kirk and the guy?
Yes.
Okay.
And so she says, I saw that. And so Project
Oh.
Constitution platformed this girl that's saying this. And then Erica Kirk responded to Project Constitution. She was like, this is lies, and your teeth are gnashing, and like she was just going all the close. She was just totally going in on Project Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, wait a second, you're gonna respond to this claim about you having a new boyfriend, but you're not gonna respond to the millions of other claims about everything else you're being accused of. And so everybody's like, very interesting. Why does she only respond to things that are probably so obviously the truth?
Yeah.
Allegedly. So let's take a look. We'll take a little look at what she's going on about here.
Okay, guys, I'm sure you've heard from a couple other people that Erica Kirk allegedly has a boyfriend, and she has came out and publicly responded to that. So Project Constitution came out and basically said that she was spotted at an exclusive hotel on May 14th with a man that is the nephew of Stephen Wynn. So this guy, Blake Wynn, is accused to be Erica Kirk's newest boyfriend. Well, Erica Kirk came out and said a statement about it. She basically said, no, I was at home. Blake's a good friend of mine and Charlie's love will always be enough for me. And it's just very interesting because people online are also noting that not just that this accusation could be false, because Project Constitution sometimes says things that a lot of people are like, well, that seemed like a reach. He did say he had sources though, so I don't want to completely take him out with like, no, she didn't do it. I have no idea, because this is a fact someone else pointed out. And I'm going to just read the post and then I'm going to read the comments about what other people think about this Erica Kirk situation. So Erica Kirk has been accused of having prior knowledge and being on Fort Huachuca, but she's given no direct response to this. Erica Kirk is accused of not being with her mom on 9/10 like she claims, but has not given a direct response. Erica is accused of using AI to create audio of Charlie appointing her CEO, but she's also had no direct response. Erica is accused of grooming a 15-year-old girl, but she has given no direct response. But when Erica Kirk is accused of dating someone else, she states in a post to Project Constitution, put down the Doritos. So she literally will not respond on very serious claims. And this could be due to many reasons. Maybe she wants to sue Candace Owens for this stuff. Maybe.
I think that all of these things that she's being accused of, in my opinion, I would say they're all true, in my opinion. I mean, she was grooming that 15-year-old girl.
Allegedly.
It appeared as she was.
Yeah.
She has not given an alibi for Fort Huachuca the day before her husband was murdered.
Yeah.
So she was probably there. She wasn't with her mom because she was at Fort Huachuca probably. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
All of those no responses are the ones that she's lying about.
Yeah.
And then this new one about the boyfriend, she's like, oh, wait, this one's actually not true.
Right. Right. So maybe the boyfriend's not true. Maybe she's not dating.
If it's going by pattern, then the boyfriend one is not true.
Right.
But everything
Great
else
point.
is. Everything else is. When she doesn't respond, it means that we're onto something. But if she responds and claps back, it means that it's just totally BS.
That's a great point.
Maybe.
I mean, it kind of seems like it. Kind of seems like it with your lying tendencies, girl.
Yeah.
This is kind of making a little sense that, all right, maybe you're not dating the Wynn's nephew. Okay.
I mean, that's not to say that she didn't have a one night situation with him.
Right.
At this bar and this girl saw him and her.
Right.
But she's like, that's not my boyfriend. That was just that.
She's like, that was just one night. We're not dating, okay?
Who knows?
He hasn't even asked me out on a like official date yet. So it's not even my boyfriend. But another interesting thing in the whole Erica Kirk world is that TPUSA is supposedly not actually, they suppose that they have like thousands and thousands of chapters, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get tons and tons of donations because of the amount of chapters that they have across the United States.
Yeah.
So it's turning out people are doing some serious research into this, that they are calling these chapters all over the country and they don't exist. There's no chapter ever opened at a lot of these places. The buildings aren't even real buildings. They're like old buildings. Here, we'll play one video of this because it's just so crazy. The nerve, because all these corrupt companies and corrupt things and people, they're so used to getting away with things for so long. And ever since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, people are so over it. It was a buildup of gaslighting everybody into believing that they would get all of this stuff done with Trump, right? And then so it built everybody up. They're like, yeah, we're finally going to get stuff done. And then nothing was getting done. And so then it made everybody like, okay, what's going on here? And pissed. And then the files are starting to be released. And then Charlie Kirk dies, right? So people are just over it. People are like, no, I'm going to start looking into this. So they can't lie anymore. People are looking into it. They're done.
Yep.
This guy calls just one of the fake chapters. Let's just take a look at the chat where they're claiming that they have the young people going out there getting ready to save this country.
Right now, and that answer is 75 fake chapters. And yes, I still do look them up to see which ones are fake. Not as much now because 75. Like, so I'm pretty sure there are hundreds. Mind you, 50 was just Georgia. Then I just started pulling up random stuff and I pulled another 25. So I'm at 75, and that's just me. That doesn't even count the 20 to 30 people that send stuff my way every day of a random one they found. So I don't really pull it up as much because it's like, what happens from here? This is just like the fake daycares, right? So nobody cares. The feds don't care because they in on it, right? TPUSA is part of them folks. They can just commit fraud. And yes, fraud, because all of this is happening for a reason. Somebody is benefiting from adding these locations to the map. Y'all can pull up articles. There are governors, and I don't want to say governors, I don't want to be wrong, but politicians that are donating $1 million plus to Club America. So if we're talking about hundreds, maybe thousands, but hundreds are fake, then we have to start wondering where the money is going. This is in Montana. This right here is your local Winnett activism hub.
Crazy. So that he's amazing. He's doing a lot of research there. He's great.
Yeah.
Crazy. What do you think about that?
I think that it sounds about right.
Right.
You know, they're full of liars, but they're all part of the CIA. They're trying to push a narrative. They're trying to make us think that they're more popular than they are. So that we're like, well, I guess there's people that like them. So we're the minority. But when reality is the majority don't agree. And it's the small, small, small minority of people that agree.
Yep.
It's reversed. It's inverted reality.
'Cause that's how the devil likes it.
What do you think about it?
I think the exact same thing.
Yeah, you better.
I think the same thing. It's just like nonstop.
Yeah.
You know?
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
really
You
is
guys are exhausting. This is what? Sorry. Not you guys.
Not you guys. They guys.
They guys is
These
exhausting.
guys.
Last thing we'll talk about on the whole Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk saga is going to be, I guess, apparently the gun that Tyler Robinson supposedly used, if you believe that narrative, is inoperable. So the gun can't be shot, which makes sense. I guess it's from like what, the 40s, like 50, it's like a really old gun.
That I actually was thinking that when they first told us about the gun being like an old gun, it was his grandfather's gun or whoever's gun it was.
Yeah.
I was like, he shot it from such a long distance and is one shot and it's an old gun. I'm like, that made it even less believable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I believe whatever this is saying about that.
Well, I guess that Trigger Smart was the one to call this out. He says that an error in the initial breakdown, he originally said the Mauser 98 safety rotated left to right to fire. He dug up the actual user manual and corrected me. It's the exact opposite. So the scope block here, the rifle pictured clearly has a vintage military wing safety, not an aftermarket one. With that setup, the safety lever literally hits the scope. It physically cannot clear it. Also, locked down, the gun in the photo has the safety in the locked position. If it was recovered like that, it physically could not have been fired.
Such good information, huh?
Yep.
They really butchered that one, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
This is a little gold mine we found on Instagram. It's a Cenex official, an investigative journalist. He has amazing content, super in depth. He's able to wrap things up pretty nicely to make everything understandable. So let's check out his latest content.
One of the most consequential foreign policy decisions in decades is happening right now. The U.S. Congress is quietly working to integrate the American military with the Israeli military, also known as the IDF. We do not have this level of military integration with any other country on earth. This move should alarm you. Integrating the American military with the IDF, who is currently accused by the United Nations, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and genocide scholars of committing genocide in Gaza, wouldn't just risk our security, it would destroy our honor. Additionally, the IDF is the same military that has been caught multiple times stealing and selling American military technology to our enemies, including China and the Soviet Union. The parasite is fusing with the host in front of our eyes. It is not content on just feeding anymore. They have our legislators, they want our military. Everything that was yours by right will one day belong to them. Call your legislators, your senator or your congressman, and tell them not to support this integration. Directions on how to do this are in the description. Because where fusion begins, sovereignty ends.
That is just crazy that they're again doing everything in our faces, and they're just letting us know. I guess this was actually part of a huge bill that they're passing. It's a bill that they pass every year, I believe.
With saying yes to, we're kind of saying yes to IDF, but now they're just putting it on paper and they're letting us know this is they're going to do this whether we like it or not.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And it is really frustrating because the American people are literally begging for the opposite. We're begging to not have government be our government.
Yeah.
But they're doing it more and more. They're doing everything so opposite. So good to your point just now about how Erica Kirk's they're just sitting, they are the minority, but they want to make us feel like we're the minority and our views are the minority.
Yeah.
Right? Whenever in reality, it's most people want the same things. We truly do have so much in common. And they want you to make you think that you're alone and that your thoughts are just not part of what the world wants, right?
Yeah.
And so it is just so frustrating that they're just continue doing all of this stuff in our face. But at the end of the day, honestly, God will win. They can't win.
The enemy will continue to try. The enemy will not give up. We are faced with this opposition every single day from the moment that we wake up. We have opposition against us.
Mhm.
You know, so what we could do is we could put our trust in the Lord. I love how Senex gives instruction on how you can literally call your senator and let them know, like, hey, I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we can actually do. We can actually go call our senator and let them know we don't approve of this. You know, we can call our congressman. We can do that.
I mean, look how many people are standing up to the data centers and they're actually doing good work by going to their congressmen and women and telling them. Huge amounts of people are getting together and telling them, no, you're not doing that. And then they're canceling their projects.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we
they
do.
did.
Yes. So there is a little hope. We still have a fighting chance.
We do. We have a
save
fighting
the
chance.
world.
And I think that we're turning over into the right direction. It kind of feels hopeful. It kind of feels okay.
Yeah.
We can drown in this misery and all this news that they give us, but we can also have like a spark of hope knowing that we're all coming together. We're all changing this world. And even just the little bit that we can do, like calling our congressman or starting a podcast or saying something about what you think, how you feel, you know, let's get together, you know.
Yes.
It feels like a uniting time.
It does.
It does.
It feels like a very important time to be standing up.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And if you could leave a comment down below.
Remember to follow us on Patreon and Spreaker to get our unredacted, uncut, uncensored full videos with exclusive content coming soon for members. All of the links are in our description below.
And remember, guys, we have a lot more in common than they'd like us to think. Till next time.